What's up, guys? Bitcoin's monthly closes today, and it could give us a lot of clues to what is going to happen next. Pay attention, and if you are a bull, just put your emotions aside for a minute and take a clear look at the charts with me. We're definitely going to be going through quite a bit here, so make sure you stick around for the whole video. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. There is a link. Definitely check it out if you haven't already. It's totally free, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a Ledger Nano-esque giveaway every Sunday. That is today, so stick around to the end of the video. We'll be doing the giveaway and picking a random winner. You can enter next week's by making sure you subscribe to the channel, tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post videos. Also, make sure your notifications are on and hit the thumbs up and leave your comment below. That will get you entered to win. Taking a look at the Dow Jones, it is looking ugly. We've been watching this for a while. As you can see, this top trend line, I think we had a bull trap up here. Let's zoom in a little bit and see what's going on. Tomorrow could be ugly for the Dow, especially if we can't get back above this 55 EMA. Is going to be around 30,130. If we close below that tomorrow, it's pretty bad news for the Dow, in my opinion. Let's take a look at gold. We're still looking for this target. Gold's looking bearish still also, and that's looking at a target of around 1736 if this is an ABC correction. Could also go down to the 1647, making this a wave 3, or wave 3. So it's not looking very bullish across the markets. Unless we get a big pump today in Bitcoin, it's probably going to be pretty damn bearish. It's not to say we can't go back up, and I'll explain that too. But let's look at where we're at right now. We're looking at this yesterday. We did a measured move of looking at this as a bear flag, which it seems to be playing out. Should get us right around somewhere in the 29,600 range, somewhere in there. Let's zoom out a little bit. A couple more things I want to point out. I know everybody is looking at this as a triangle and whatnot, but we have been watching it as a rising, broadening wedge, and a measured move of the fall out of that wedge gets us down to approximately 12,500 to 12,700, somewhere in that range. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to happen, but I'm going to show you a couple more things. We had this triangle here in the 4-hour RSI. We popped above it here where you can see the arrows pointing at it. And if we look up to where that's at, up here, that was a bull trap, in my opinion. We came back down, never reached that range again. Back over here, we popped back in it one more time, which was the Elon pump. Another bull trap, in my opinion. This isn't looking good, guys. Be careful if you're bullish. I would not be in any major trades right now. But let's move this down here on this trend line again. And if we were to close the daily above the $35,000 range, it's possible we could come up and retest the bottom of this wedge again. But this is definitely the area I'd be watching, around 35,000. We get above that today and we might be okay, but it's not looking good. Again, let's take a look at something else. Could this be a falling channel? And if so, what happens? If we come up, break above this falling channel, and the measured move of that being around 49,000, that is a possibility. But if we do break down, usually they break up. But if this broke down, it would come around, depending on when. It could be next month, whenever. But it could get us down to that measured move of that 12.5 area also. We get rid of this, get these out of the way. And you're definitely going to want to stick around and watch this whole video, because there's a lot of bearish things you need to look at. And again, not saying it can't go up, but if you are a bull, you need to definitely at least consider the bearish targets and the bearish theory. So let's look at this as a 1, 2, 3. This could be another 1, 2 right here, and our 3 could get us down to the $20,000 range. if that's how it plays out. Otherwise, another ABC, look at this as an ABC, would be around the $27,200 to $28,000 range. But again, in the more short term, I'm looking for the 29.6 area. So keep an eye on this. It's getting kind of crazy. If we do fall down to this area, our EMAs are going to be flipping bearish again. We have probably going to get some support right around this 200 EMA, and that is at 32,300 area. So watch for a bounce there. Maybe bounce back up to the 55 at about 33.3 if we do get down to this range. But if we look at them EMAs on the 4-hour, guys, they're starting to turn pretty bearish. Be careful here. Don't get too bullish. If you are interested in trading, check out PrimeXBT, my favorite exchange. You can trade Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, tons of stuff on one exchange using your Bitcoin. I'll leave a tutorial up top for you guys to check it out. It teaches you kind of how to use your margin. It's a little different than other exchanges. They don't trade against you like other exchanges. You can use my promo code SAVY50. Will get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit up to 1 Bitcoin as a bonus to use towards your margin. And SAVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. Let's look at the 3-day. We've been watching this fractal in the, let me get this out of the way. As you can see, these fractals are almost identical in the 3-day for the DXY. I do expect the DXY to get a pump up out of here soon, very soon. Possibly this coming week. Once we break up out of this, it could go extremely bullish. I know everybody thinks the dollar's dead, but remember, whenever they are putting fear into something, buy the fear. And I believe getting in the dollar may be the safest thing with everything that's going on. I could be wrong. Do your own due diligence, but I do believe that the dollar is going to be a safe haven for a while. When people get out of stocks and get out of high risk stuff, like Bitcoin is high risk, they're most likely not going to put their money into Bitcoin as a safe place. It is still highly speculative and hyped. And again, we're going to talk about it. But if you look at the RSI on a 3-day, same thing. The fractal is almost identical again. And then we look at the RSI, or I'm sorry, the MACD. Fractal is almost identical, guys. This is looking pretty damn bullish for DXY. We need to keep an eye on this. Also, this is the dollar index in the green laid over the Bitcoin chart on the daily. You can see this bottom trend line on the dollar. Every time we hit this has signaled a Bitcoin top. Every time we hit it has signaled a Bitcoin top. If we raise this up, every time the dollar topped, Bitcoin bottomed. Dollar's got a long ways to top out here, guys. So be extremely cautious. Again, it could be bullish, but I'm looking at this as extremely bearish in my opinion. You need to take your emotions out of it. Emotions will get you wrecked. All right, let's take a look at the monthly. So as you can see, I showed you guys this in the thumbnail. This monthly here, look how small the body was, how large the top wick was. That was bear market beginning. I'm going to have some other indicators along the way to show you to look at. So keep an open mind. And if you look here, our body was shorter than the top wick. And we are making the same thing here, guys. And you can see what happened after both of these. Multi-year bear market. Multi-year bear market. At least a year bear market. And we'll look at other targets. But we would need to close this at above 35.5 at least to change my perspective on it. Now, does that mean that it'll never get up here again? No. If you look back here, the next monthly candle, we went down, dropped below it, and came all the way back up into this area, but we never broke the all-time high. Same thing here. You can see how far the next monthly came up. So I do expect a possibility of coming back up into this range. Could that be a good area to exit at least some of your hodl position? I believe so. Do what you will. I'm not telling you what to do, but if we do get back up in this area around the 38 to 40,000, I would expect that to be a good area to at least take some profits off the table. And if we break the 42, then we could go much higher. But I would be starting to look at, especially if you have life-changing gains, guys. Gains unrealized profit can go away real quick. Ask the people that were sitting in Bitcoin up here. If you haven't sold anything, you haven't made any money. That's just the way I look at it. Look at it however you will. But you can also look at the EMAs here. Look how far off of the 8 EMA we were here. Look how far off we are here. And I know a lot of people are thinking this is like 2013. Well, it took a lot less money to move Bitcoin around in 2013. So it would take a hell of a lot of money and a hell of a lot of big money to get into this, to pump this. But again, this monthly close, if we can close, I'm going to put this trend line on here. If we can close above this area here, which is going to be around the 36,000, that could change it. But other than that, guys, it's looking pretty ugly. And again, even if we close below that, that makes it bearish. We still could get a pump up with our next candle like we did on both of these. So, and a lot of times that'll get everybody bullish. Then they think they're going to break all-time high. And then what happens? Big money sells into those pumps. Because if they sell down here, they're going to get less for their Bitcoin. If they let everybody get bullish and let the hype and speculation get crazy again, then they can sell at a higher price. And that's what happens at these wicks here. So just be aware of this. At least keep it as an open option. All right, this is another thing here. This is some things that have indicated tops. We're going to look at it in the daily, in the 2-day, in the 3-day, and in the weekly and see what's going on here. So as you guys know, looking at these rising channels before each bull run, the bull run really began once we broke out of the rising channel, came back down, and we always came back below the median here where was the second hump. And we did the same thing back here in 2019, came back below. Our median here is around 12.7, so around 2022 would be the bottom if this was to play out like this again. Again, guys, it doesn't have to, but I'm showing you things to look at to keep your mind open. Let's zoom in here to 2017. So this was, and we talked about it yesterday. In 2018, everybody was still super bullish, expecting one more leg up all the way down till, you know, we got into March and April. Then people finally started calling the top in. Probably going to be around the same thing here. But we had McAfee pumping it back in 2018. Now we have Elon pumps. EOS was one of the high runners after Bitcoin had topped. Now we have Link and Polkadot being the high runners. All the YouTube videos and tweets are, it's almost like you could copy and paste them from 2018 and put them to now. So, but anyways, looking at the daily here, as you can see, we had 2 touches. On our 3rd touch, we broke through. That was signifying the top here. Same thing here, 2 touches. Once we broke through, signified the top. Right here, 2 touches. Once we broke through, guys, I believe we've topped. We can also look at this on the 2-day. Take a look at the 2-day. Same thing. We bounced along that trend line. Once we broke through, we did have an attempt to push back up right here. Didn't make anything. Came back down. Same thing here, guys. This shows every top. Now on this, on the 2-day, we have not broken this yet, which I do believe we're most likely gonna. We at least, in my opinion, got to come down and at least test this. And if this breaks and a 2-day closes below it, it's going to get very ugly, guys. Let's look at the 3-day. So on the 3-day, same thing. Once we broke that trend line, bear market. Once we broke this trend line, bear market. Once we break this trend line on the 3-day, bear market. We have not broken it yet, but we have broken the 1-day. So look at the weekly. So on the weekly, we have ways to come down to retest this line. Will that happen this week? If we get a big dump today, possibly, but otherwise we'd be looking for next week or the week after to come down and test this. You can see what happened each time. Confirmation of the top when we broke it. Confirmation the top was long gone after we broke it here. We may see the same thing here, guys. Let's go into, this is the 3-day, and this is the MACD. And as you can see, the red sell signal here signaled the top on the 3-day. Right here, top on the 3-day. Right here, top on the 3-day. Like I said, I'm just showing you guys the bearish case. You guys can watch any other channel. They're going to tell you Bitcoin's still super bullish. So if you want the bullish view, almost any other channel literally will give you the bullish view. So it's good to keep an eye on both. Looking at the BLX. This is the log chart, and this is the monthly. Everybody talks about, you know, let me zoom in here. Everybody draws this arc in, but they draw it from down here and make it look like it goes on to infinity. Not saying it can't, but this does go off of every touch here. Let's go into the weekly. It goes off into every touch here. We could definitely be topped out here and come all the way back down like we did over here, back into the $8,000 range and ride this for another year out. And we'll take a look at that also. Let's take a look at what happens if we've topped out. Like I said, a break this. You can see this red line down here. That is the trend line on the linear chart from right here off these two peaks before the big bull run in 2017. We came back down to test that again. Could be somewhere in the $3,800 range. Here we go with everybody's going to have horrible comments. You're crazy, don't know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Do what you will, guys. But if you're not looking at that as a possibility, you could get yourself in huge trouble. All right, let's take a look back over at this BLX. Taking a look at the NVT. Obviously, we broke the signal line again. Let's take a look at the yearly on the NVT just to get a good look at what might be happening. Now, this is the yearly, guys. The NVT is way topped out on the yearly. This could be it. This could be it. Be extremely cautious and careful. And if you guys are trading, make sure you use stop losses. Protect your capital. Yeah, just be careful. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. Don't use super high leverage. Anyways, so looking at this as a possible bullish case, everybody thinks that 2021, the end of the bull run, will not be till at least the end of that because it's a 4-year cycle, right? Well, I believe they have probably ended that cycle a year early, but if not, I'd be looking for a bounce somewhere in around June and get another fifth wave up by the end of the year. That's entirely possible to the $49,000 to $50,000 range. But I wouldn't expect this wave 4 to be until around June. If this is the case, this would be wave 1, 2. 4 should be equal to 2 as in time. So I'm looking for around June. And if that does happen, we get a nice bounce off of one of these levels. We could go up to the end of the year, one more all-time high. That's the bullish case. Be aware of it. And let's take a look at funding rate. Still super high. I believe we're going to get a drop here. Again, this could be a bull flag. I don't think it is, but make up your own mind there. Now let's pick our winner of the Ledger Nano S giveaway. But before we do this, my wife's webpage, Increments.com. A lot of quality stuff on here, guys. Definitely check it out. Great gift ideas and other stuff. There's also a crypto section. Like I said, it's quality, not iron on garbage. Definitely check it out. There's a link below along with other affiliate links down there. And here we go. Let's pick a random number to pick our video for next week, or for the winner from a video from last week or this week, whatever. It's early. So if you guys haven't been on my YouTube channel, this page right here, make sure you check it out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Down here, there's some tutorials that'll help you out. It's in the home section, but let's go into our video section. We'll copy and paste video number 1, yesterday's video. Copy the link, bring it on over to the comment picker, put it in, and you'll have 24 hours to get back to me, and I'll verify it's you before sending the ledger out. So let's get the YouTube comments. And here we go, picking the winner. It is Jason N. I've completely agreed. Dollar not going away anytime. Any new system. That's pretty long. I'm not going to read it all, but Jason, you won. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for daily updates by clicking the CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Also, smash that thumbs up. Make sure you tick the notification bell and leave your comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please share it. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm out.